Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond Certification. It is our week-long event. So today is all about We Co-work and We Connect. As you know, WBEC South has been working on launching co-working spaces all over our region, our first one in New Orleans, as well as our next one in Nashville, right in the middle of a pandemic. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us live here on Facebook. I already see a bunch of you in the chat. Hi, Allison Wynn. Good to see you. Hi, Courtney. Hello, Fayla. Hello, Venetia. We see you over there. So thank you so much. This is a live event today, and we are going to be taking you all the way to Nashville and then all the way to New Orleans. And we have a fun little surprise at the end of today. So let's go ahead and get the chat moving. So if you are watching, please introduce yourself. Please give us your name, your company, and where you're tuning in from. And you'll be able to ask any questions to our panel that's scheduled a little bit later and to our team. All right, so I see you a few more people chatting. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so as most of you know, WBEC South is a regional partnering organization of the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. We provide third-party certification for women-owned businesses in our 5-state territory. And we have been busy since the pandemic has started. Like most of you, we had to reimagine our business once COVID hit. March 17th, we pivoted and did virtual events within the next 6 weeks. We didn't know what was going on, but it was a great success. And from that, we've had a lot of opportunities between our women and our corporations. We launched WB Marketplace, a visual database that allows our women-owned businesses and our corporations to find, search for business opportunities. We opened up our New Orleans co-working spot a little bit before COVID, and then Nashville last September. So we are going to take you there today to do a little quick tour. We grew our brand with a women's business center out of Memphis, so they're tuning in today, as well as enterprising women of color. So our CEO, Fayla K. Meyer, really got busy trying to figure out new innovative ways to bring in resources to our women that so desperately needed support during the pandemic and COVID-19. One cool thing about the Enterprising Women of Color is that we're the only one in the network that is now part of the MBDA family. So with that grant and that opportunity, we're able to service any woman, any size of business, from startup to existing businesses. And with the launch late last year, we are so happy to announce that we've already have some of our clients winning contracts as well as scaling their business. So just want to do a big shout out to Tiffany and team over there. You're going to be meeting them a little bit later. So we know it's very exciting to see. And so today we're going to take you to our collective, but this whole week we're highlighting different programs that are now available to our women. So you'll be able to tune in tomorrow to hear from our Women's Business Center out of Memphis. And then Friday, we have an incredible group that will be teaching you a little bit more about enterprising women of color. So we've been diligent in building that pipeline to make sure that we serve all women business owners and that we keep you connected and growing. All right, so today we're going to teleport you over to Nashville, like I mentioned, our WB Collective, and then we'll be joined by our New Orleans team as well. And so if you are just tuning in, I just want to let you know that you're joining our second day of our Beyond Certification, Meet the New WBEC South. We're talking about all of our different brands. Yesterday, we had a town hall meeting where we had hundreds listening in to what is happening with our brand. You met our team. And we are going to go ahead and tee up and go live to our next section. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to New Orleans. So welcome. And while we're waiting.
Hi, and welcome to the WBE Collective New Orleans. Welcome. I am so excited that you are here today with us and give us the opportunity to really show you this beautiful women's co-working space located right here in downtown New Orleans. We're just a few blocks away from the convention center. We have restaurants, hotels, and a little bit of everything, so much more. So I am really excited to be able to give you this tour. We have built this for executives and CEOs to connect and thrive. And to be able to give you the tour and to also introduce you to other women business owners located right here in our WB Collective community. But before we do any of that, I want to go ahead and send it back to Nashville.
everyone, it's Katie Collins, Marketing and Communications Manager for WBEC South. I am in downtown Nashville, standing outside of the newest WB Collective location. We are in the newly renovated Inc. building on the second floor. I'm going to take you there in a second. But we truly are in the heart of the city, close to restaurants, coffee shops. The interstate is just up the street and Broadway's a few blocks that way. I'm telling you, the location could not be better. And what's crazy is this spot was slated to open March of 2020. We all know what happened there. So fast forward, we've gained some incredible feedback and just insight from business owners and entrepreneurs who have been using the space and taking advantage of it kind of in this soft opening phase. So we're very much looking forward to giving it the grand opening it deserves. And without further ado, come on a little tour with me. So I am here at the reception desk, and one of the coolest features that I think both WB Collective locations offer is that you already have a built-in team. Whether you need to book conference room space or receive mailing and packages, we have a team in place to do just that for you, and that is help your business run smoothly. We're here to help, and we are all about teams. Speaking of, let's check in with the team in New Orleans and see what they're up to.
All right, welcome back. I really wanted to kind of start off here in our reception area, but I also wanted to showcase just some of the fun things that we'll be doing today in the WB Collective New Orleans. I know this is a virtual tour, but if you're in the area, please don't hesitate to just stop by, work a little bit, and have a little bit of fun. We even have a selfie booth. Don't forget, you can always just stop by for a second. Now, I would love to show you some of our sitting area and our common areas that, we have the opportunity to have some of our members either have a chat, you can even have your meeting, or you can lounge out, grab your laptop, put your headphones in, and start working. Now, that's not even close to what we have, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to show you some of our private offices. The WB Collective New Orleans has 10 private offices here. Now, they're going fast, so if you want one, give us a call. But these are just some of our private offices here. You have from cyber companies to enterprising women of color that is actually headquartered here in New Orleans. These are some of our hot desks that people can just come for the day and join. And that's a really good opportunity to just, instead of a coffee shop, why not come here? Talk to one another, talk to other women business owners, and bounce ideas off of each other. So as we take a walk, we're going to go ahead, and these are some of our reserved desks here. This is our WBEC South office. We are headquartered out of the WB Collective, and actually we can peek in for 1 second, and I'd love to introduce you to Fela Meyer, our president and CEO. All right.
Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming and welcome to the WB Collective New Orleans. Can't wait for you to see the rest of this tour. A lot of great places in here for everybody, whether you're hot desking, want an office, whatever. Catherine's going to show you everything we have to offer. So everyone is welcome. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Now we'll actually let her get to work. All right, so we're gonna go out here, and also I wanted to just introduce you to some of those really, phenomenal business owners that come here every day to really connect with each other. But Taslia Mejia is actually one of our hot deskers that come in every once in a while, and I really want you to go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself and your company.
Yeah, so my name is Taslia Mejia, and I am I'm the business owner for TM Consulting. We are a marketing company here in our state, and I love coming to the collective every day. There's a few reasons why. Number one, of course, because I could have one-on-one business meetings with some of my clients. And also, I could use the conference room. I could just walk in the kitchen and just feel welcome, and I could just cook and do all those good things. But yes, there's a lot of things that you could do here at the Collective. However, one of the things that I really, really love and enjoy is the professional environment. I could just come here and walk through the hallways and talk to every lady, all the professional ladies that are here that will help me get to the next level, not only as a personal, right, but also in a professional way. So I love coming to the Collective. I love having my meetings here and also be inspired by all the ladies that are here.
Thank you. Y también hablamos un poquito de español,
Claro.
no se olviden.
Claro que sí.
So thank you so much, Tassia. We do. We really thrive, I think, off of each other, the energy, you know, as we are here at the WB Collective. Now, these are just some of our hot desks, right? But I know that fabulous WB Collective Nashville with the 20-foot ceilings, natural light, I guess Katie can now go and show us her space.
Where we have 25 plus hot desks, natural light and skyline views for days, walking treadmill desks, and wireless display TVs throughout. If you and your team need to throw a presentation up while you're brainstorming, or you know, just take advantage of the technology that we have in this building, it is here for you. We are also very much looking forward to the events that we are going to hold in this common space. So more to come on that. Soft seating areas, printing, office supplies, and of course a kitchen area, because snacks and beverages are vital to our success during the workday.
Now, you know the kitchen is the heart of any gathering, and it's no different for the WB Collective New Orleans. As you see, we are preparing for our festivities after our live virtual tour. Again, I'm going to say, if you have an opportunity, please come on and stop by and visit us. So we have all the amenities, from coffee, filtered water. I am going to say, and I don't mean to, you know, I really want to mention it, is that we have some of the coolest ice, and I know that's kind of silly, but it's really great. Also, we are very intentional in what we do, and I want to say that if you want a snack or you want some water, they're all women-owned products. All right, now, after you grab a snack, you grab your coffee or your cocktail, I want to show you one of our favorite spots here in the WB Collective New Orleans, and that is our Zen Room. The Zen Room actually has also AV capabilities, just like Nashville that Katie mentioned, but you can actually sit here, read a book, have a meeting, show your presentation, or relax. It's really all up to you. All right, guys, so we're almost done the tour, but this is one of my favorite spots that I'm about to show you, and it's the conference rooms. So if you just follow me this way, I'll go ahead and show you. All right, so there are some people working, but I do want to introduce you to Alexis Brader, who is our office manager, and she actually is your front person, right, to when you want to do a booking. Alexis, tell us a little bit about the conference rooms.
Thank you, Catherine. Hey, y'all, so excited that you've gotten to see some of the beautiful spaces that we have right here in New Orleans, but I did want to go ahead and tell y'all a little bit about the conference room that we have. So I know it does look like one big room, but it does go ahead and it does divide down into 3. We will show you all that after. And you can also see that we have our logos right here on the TV. We can do that because we have wireless TV, so really you can go ahead and put anything on there, from your own logo to movies, music, even PowerPoints. Also, we do have an owl, which goes ahead and gives you an entire panoramic view of the conference room, which is really cool for really big meetings, conferences, because it does go ahead and focus straight on you. We have all these really cool things, and we would love for y'all to come check out the space in person. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show y'all how this goes down. So it does separate into 3. And just like that, nice and easy.
Well, I don't know if it's nice and easy, but awesome. All right, thank you so much, Alexis. I know you're disappearing a little bit. I wanted to let you guys know that this room, actually, when it's opened up, it can fit up to 35 to 45 people if you just even wanted to host a little reception. So there are endless possibilities of the WB Collective, from a private office, hot desking, just meeting your friend, coworker, or just having a small meeting. Please always keep us in mind. We would love to have you come and join us here at the WB Collective New Orleans. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I would love for you to check out Katie's space.
That is right. I am on my favorite spot of the WB Collective Nashville, the rooftop. It can hold about 30 to 50 people, and we've talked about hosting happy hours. Can you imagine some live music with sunset and the skyline as your backdrop? I mean, what more could you want? So we're very excited to see what the future holds for this rooftop spot. I actually think I forgot to show you the conference room, so let's go back downstairs. I think I hear some people actually coming in now.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our conference room conversation. I'm Julie Lilliston, founder and president of Julie Lilliston Communications, and we are broadcasting live from the WB Collective in Nashville. And we also are streaming on WBEC South Facebook page and a YouTube channel, so I hope you're all able to tune in with us this morning. And I hope you enjoyed the tour of our beautiful spaces for co-working, collaboration, and we are in the heart of Music City. And now we're going to chat with some WBEs on the benefits this space has to offer to women business owners. And I'd like to make some short introductions here. First, I'd like to introduce Joan McGrath, CEO of Imagine, a creative agency specializing in exhibits for private and public spaces. She's also the co-founder of the collaborative Workplace Readiness Solutions to help employers as they're welcoming back employees into the office space safely. Welcome, Joan.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
And next, I'd like to introduce Dominic Townsend, founder and CEO of We Optimize Work, who creates systems and strategies for working moms and corporations to achieve success. Welcome, Dominic. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And lastly, we have Robin Bass, founder of Maple Ridge Events, an award-winning destination management company in Nashville. Welcome, Robin. Nice to be here. So I'd like to begin with Joan, whose company Imagine helped create and bring the vision to life for the WB Collective. So this space was created by women CEOs for women CEOs. And what would you say was the design inspiration for this space?
Well, I think we started off with the idea of we want this to be similar to New Orleans, but to be distinctly Nashville. So we took the Nashville vibe, mixed it with some of the things that we saw going on in New Orleans, so that we have a symmetry going from one building to another. When you walk into one, you know you're in one of our buildings. And took that idea, then brought the Nashville vibe. Mm-hmm. So you know you're in Nashville when you're in our space. This is distinctly Nashville.
That's great. And you know, one thing that I think about is I look at the space. You've got this beautiful feature wall here. It just seems like it's very flexible, very open. With the furniture being modular, so you can customize it how you want to use the space.
Exactly, and that was really key to the design, because we know that what we need today may not be what we need tomorrow, and what women need today may change. We want to be able to accommodate every kind of a situation here, from a large crowd to a small individual workspace. So this space says it all, does it all. We have private spaces, we have community spaces, spaces where we can join together and just chat and enjoy getting to know each other, and networking, which I think is really key to the idea of having a workspace just for women. Mm-hmm. We collaborate and we connect and we help each other connect. So having that available here in the heart of Music City as one of the fastest growing locations for women businesses is really a phenomenal statement and a dedication of WBEC South to our own women business owners here. So congratulations to WBEC South, and for the foresight and the vision in creating this space so that we can continue to serve the WBEs as we continue to grow here in Nashville. It was a wonderful, wonderful idea, well executed, well developed, and well planned. So, you know, to Fela and Catherine, who were the visionaries in this space, good job. It's been a pleasure. It's my pleasure to have been a part of it.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, I really enjoy working in this space. I've been here, you know, different times. I've been here certainly this week and other weeks, and just being able to have a place to go and work that is a beautiful space. It's really been accommodating. I think too, with the flexibility, we also have the ability to do hybrid events. So like we are right now, actually, we have a few of us in person, and then we're streaming over social media, or you could be using Zoom and doing that kind of meeting. So I think that's great.
Well, we also have things like mailboxes here. Mm-hmm. So you can have your own real address. This does not, your business does no longer have to be in your home. You can have an address that's an official business address, well recognized, and your own mailbox here. So you're official. When you're here, you're real.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Get out of your house.
Yes. Yes.
So Dominique, you are a WBE on the move. I have just enjoyed watching your success, and I want to extend congratulations to you. This week, it's 2 years in business.
Yes.
For We Optimize. Excellent. So proud of you and all you've been able to achieve. And you are a member of the WB Collective, so I'd love to hear, tell me how you've been able to use this space. What are some of the things you've been able to do here in the collective?
Well, I thank you first. 2 years, it doesn't seem like it is. I remember giving myself 2 years. I was like, oh, I survived. So 2 years of still growing. We're focusing on human-centered work approaches for corporations now. So I'm excited about We Optimize Work. But the space, being able to utilize the collective, I have VIP clients and one-to-one clients. At home, you can't really have those professional settings with your clients like you would like to because it's your home. This location allows me to have those professional experiences with my clients and give them the top tier service while being able to have a flexible space. Utilize one of the offices to have a VIP day client. I got to do a photo shoot out of here. Some of the content that I wanted to provide video content for corporations. I wanted to have a nice space, a nice backdrop, different vibes and feels as I interacted with some of the corporate clients. So utilizing the space for video shoots, photo shoots, as well as private sessions with clients, and being able to co-work with fellow women business owners. We look forward to connecting with each other, with all of my children, trying to figure them out and schedules and things of that sort. Being able to come here is like that space that I have to myself, uninterrupted, to focus on work, but you could be around like-minded people, which is really fun for me. Lately, we've been having fun on Fridays. Today is Wind Down Wednesday, but having fun on Fridays where me and my friends will text each other and we're like, okay, what are you doing? We're going to meet up at the collective, and we get to convene here, and it gives us that safe space to where women, when we connect with each other, it's a different type of vibe. No shade to the men, love the men, but like it's just a different kind of vibe because we experience these challenges that are similar. We can have transparent conversations. I can learn from business owners like you all, and you guys have helped me in so many ways, just providing your insight and to have that woman-to-woman connection of I hear you, I see you, I understand these challenges. Oh, you could be facing imposter syndrome. Know that you're equipped to do what you need to do. That vibe that I feel in the collective, I got to utilize that space just by being around like-minded women, having private sessions with my corporate clients to give them that professional experience in an area where I don't have to pay for a full brick and mortar just to have that professional experience until I get to that level. I get to utilize this space. So variety of uses that here, and we're looking to even collaborate on some events later. So I'm excited about it.
That's excellent, and I think too, thinking about the being conducive to creative work and collaborative work. I think that's the key, really, with the WB Collective for me, and having that synergy of other women-owned businesses working together.
Yes.
That really helps a lot. And one thing, if you do not follow Dominique on her social media, please do. Instagram, Facebook, you're all over it. Some of those videos and some of those photo shoots that she's been able to do have just been beautiful. So
Thank you.
feel free to do that. I did want to mention that one thing that's different about the WB Collective is the connection with WBEC South and the focus on creating procurement opportunities with corporate buyers. And our downtown location is really conducive to that. I'm looking outside in our view. I see tons of corporate headquarters right here. So I think that being able to facilitate those types of relationships through programming and events and things we'll be bringing to Nashville women business owners is really key. And speaking of special events, Robin, you recently merged Maple Ridge Events with Evolution Event Solutions. So tell me about the services that you offer now.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, Maple Ridge Events merged with Evolution Event Solutions, MRE by EES. And when we did that, what I didn't even realize at the time, because obviously COVID has just, for the events industry, not been kind to us. But I wanted to make sure that we were still in a situation where we could execute the business when the phones did start ringing and those meeting planners and those conventions and meetings were coming back to the city. So when we did this merge, and I merged with Fallon Scott, who is another certified woman-owned enterprise. So it was really a nice merger. She does a little bit more meeting planning on that side of it, or did at the time. I was had prowess in destination management. But they also have the virtual and hybrid prowess, right? So now we're whole scoped in the services that we offer to really be able to help even our meeting planners right now who are emerging out of pandemics, who have not the same size teams they had before and not the same kind of tools that they might have had before, and really, I don't want to say hold their hand because that it's not really that, but really be a resource for them that is whole scoped now. So it was really an amazing thing that I don't even know that I realized how whole scoped we could be for them. But now I'm starting to realize that. But inside this space, like even doing events inside this space, this is a beautiful space. First of all, it's all open. All of the desks and the chairs and everything, all on wheels. So we can create it any way we want to create it, whether it's a reception, whether it's a seated dinner, whether it's an industry event that you need to have in a professional space and you need this downtown location that is close to everything. And I do want to say, so this doesn't have to do with events, but it has to do with these lovely ladies, because when I joined this group, I was a leader in my industry for events and that side of things, destination management, and did all that. But when I made it intentional to become a certified WBE, I really wanted to be able to broaden my perspective with other business owners that are in different industries. Thank God I did that, because when COVID did hit, their perspective is really what kind of kept me going, because otherwise that would have just felt like, craziness. But now I have them. So when I'm working in this space, I get to watch women like Dominique. I mean, I learn from her just watching her in her element, doing her thing that she's doing, listening to her a little bit on the phone, having a conversation while we're getting some coffee in the morning. She has been so inspiring to me. I follow her on everything. What she's doing right now for working moms and in the corporate environment is not only intentional, but inspirational. And I say that, I have goosebumps right now, because just to even sit next to her, sometimes I feel so lucky. And Joan, do you remember the first plane ride on the way to the conference? I mean, she took me, I had just started, I was just, you can't make this work unless you dive in. You have to be intentional, you have to get involved, and once you do, don't look back, because this is your tribe, this is your community, and they were my soft space to land, and I will never forget it. Fela and Catherine and this whole group has just been so amazing. But Joan, when we were on that plane, we sat next to the plane going out to the conference in New Orleans, and I just said, how do I get involved? What do I need to know? And she was like, I got you. I'm taking you under my wing. And she did. She introduced me to people, and she took care of me. And I am where I am right now because of you inside this organization.
Because you're fabulous.
Yeah. Thank you. But this is just the power of what this collective space can be. These WBEC collectives form these kind of friendships and partnerships, because that's really what they are. We've created these partnerships, and Julie, you and I have worked together this is what I'm saying, we're a tribe. You can't get, there's no price you could really pay on having this at your fingertips right now, and here it is here. Don't have to be certified to have it, though we all are, but you can just be a part of it, and it will just rub off on you, just like it all has rubbed off on me and changed my life.
And what would you say specifically for the WB Collective in some ways that you see being a resource for WBEs, in addition to what you've already covered? I was thinking, if you're a member of the collectives, we could be taking advantage when we're down in New Orleans of that space, and up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of it, is that you can work from both spaces. So if you do business in multiple places, whenever you come to the collective, that space is there for you, especially if you're going out of town. Then that's really a beautiful thing, because a client can come meet you, potential business can come meet you, and you're in this professional environment. I know for me, one of the really amazing things is I live in the country, right? So I live about 35 minutes from Nashville. When I'm working in Nashville, or I have a meeting in the morning, sometimes I have a meet somewhere that I need to go to work for a later afternoon meeting. This is the perfect space for that too, just to even, it's easy to park, it's easy to get here, you get to be with, amazing people that inspire you. But I would just say that, having both spaces it's very convenient when you're a businesswoman. What do you guys have to add to that?
Well, I agree totally with what you said, but on top of that, it's to me the connections that we make, because let's face it, ladies, we are our own best customers. I have been able to work with so many WBEs that I have met through WBEC South, and this opens up just another door where I can meet more WBEs. I can serve them, they can serve me, because I'm always looking for another WBE that I can connect with, that I can purchase things from, that we can do business together. And I think that is truly the power of this kind of an organization, having the space where we can connect, get to know each other, and do business together.
Yes, agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Could not have said that better.
Yeah, that's fabulous. Well, I do want to thank each and every one of you for joining here today and gathering, and you all are an inspiration to me, and I really appreciate your time. So to Joan and Robin and Dominique, and continue to see you here at the collective. And I do want to mention that we will be having in August a ribbon cutting and grand opening celebration in Nashville style. So for everyone across the network, look for some save the date information coming out for August. And we hope to see you here at the Collective. And at this time, I'd like to see what's happening down in New Orleans and send it back to Catherine at the WB Collective there, and we'll hear a little bit more about some packages and how you can become a member of the Collective.
Bye, y'all. Good job.
Hey, we are back. Welcome to the New Orleans Collective again. We are here with some of our tenants and people who have come in and made this place what it is today. And I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. We're gonna have a little bit of a conversation about the WB Collective, about the experience, because for those of you who haven't been here, it's hard to imagine the kind of magic that happens. But truly, this place is something special. So at this time, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? I'm gonna start with Luz.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Luz Lobos with Synergy Design Group. I'm president of a company that does exhibits for trade shows, conferences, retail museums, and branded spaces. And I'm a proud member of this collective.
Excellent.
Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Perez. I'm an employment attorney, and I help employers sort of at the intersection of law and employees, which right now, of course, with return to work and COVID and all the things going on in the world is a super hot topic. So I'm pleased to be a member of the collective after leaving a very large law firm to start my own business.
Hi, I am Shannon Fazand. I am the CEO and principal consultant for Fazand Consulting. I run a full-service human resources consulting firm, and we help businesses plug in, help connect their HR department to the organization so that they can work more efficiently. So,
Shannon, I'm gonna start with you because actually before we even opened up, I remember meeting you at one of the WBEC South events.
Yes.
And when we had our grand opening, I think you said to Catherine, I'm gonna be in this place.
Yes.
I'm gonna have my office there. And it was about a little while after that that we saw you and you came into the office, and you've been here ever since.
Yes.
Tell me what brought you here and really what made you stay.
So I was introduced to WBEC South actually in Washington, D.C. And you guys happened to have a conference in New Orleans, and it was showcasing this space. So being from here, I was invited to attend the conference. And as part of the conference, you guys were doing tours of this space, and it wasn't even done yet. So I came here and I immediately felt the magic. It's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful space. And I said, I'm gonna have an office here. So that was, I think, October of 2019. And I came back September of 2020. During the pandemic, I was sick of being at home. And I said, I can no longer work from home. And Catherine Garcia called me and said, you got to finish your application for this certification. So I said, okay, I'll come in. And I came in, and immediately when I walked through the door, she took me on the tour. And I said, sign me up.
Yeah.
And I have been here ever since.
That happens when Catherine gives a tour.
That absolutely happens. So if you are coming for a tour, be prepared to sign up, because you will not be able to say no.
Right. Now, you also brought a few people with you, though.
Well,
and
Kathleen here, we met through a mutual friend, and we have some synergies with our business, me being in human resources and dealing with employment law, and her being an employment law attorney. So we decided that we would share an office initially. And then we both outgrew that space very, very quickly. So I then got my own office, and Kathleen maintains the office that we were sharing. So
yeah,
that's the beauty of this place. Like, I work with all of my friends.
So you were collaborating before you got here?
Yes.
We were. Shannon texted me and I said, where are you? She said, I'm at my office. I said, what, you have an office? What office? And she's like, let me show it to you. And next thing you know, I'm here, and same thing. She signed up on the spot. So I was looking for a place to get away from my small children when they came home from school. It was not a great working environment for that reason. And so for me as a lawyer, I needed a closed door, a locked door, a space to talk to clients and do my work. And it was the perfect space for me then, and it's perfect now.
Well, tell me, because you did work at a big law firm, probably in one of these big downtown high-rise buildings with all these people. How's that experience been? I mean, how's it different? Is it working for you as an entrepreneur?
Well, that's a great question, because the scariest thing about becoming an entrepreneur for me was doing it on my own. I'm very confident in my subject matter expertise. Employment law, I've been doing it for a long time, so that wasn't the fear. The fear was starting my own business. What would it take to invoice clients, set up a business, be able to deal with IT and a printer and all these sort of administrative things that I'm not good at, and you all had all of that, and then add into it the community like Teresa down the hall who does cybersecurity. One day my computer was just devoid of all the files, they were just gone. And, I freaked out and could walk down the hall, and she fixed it for me in a matter of minutes. So between what you all have to offer as a facility and all of the things that come included with your membership, plus the collaboration with all the other members, there's not much I miss about a giant office space at a big law firm anymore, especially when I can, dress more casually and connect with other women. It's a lot different in a large corporate space with mostly male attorneys to come to this beautiful space that's so female-centric. So it's been terrific.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned, being able to rely on other people, because that's what I have found, too, is that, as all these different women who are skilled and experienced in different things come into a space, you just take it for granted that you can go to somebody for advice or, for a quick comment because they have that expertise. And so you're not having to go outside. It's right here in our community. Yes. And so when Luce came to our space, you brought a whole new set of skills and products and services. And actually some of the things we're using at the collective now is because of you. I know we turned to you immediately when the pandemic hit, because we needed PPE and we needed all of these things in the office to make people feel safe here. And you did that. You created that environment.
And I really appreciated it. Appreciated the business and being part of the collective. I think, my business has been around for 21 years. So what I realized is how insular you can become, right? Coming out of that in terms of shrinking my footprint and the space allowing us to do that, coming out of that is coming out of my shell. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like an entrepreneur, I'm like, what am I doing here? And then I realized how amazing and how grateful I was to have a space like this. Not only because I started with a desk, I've only been here a few months, right? And then I was able to get an office and meet everyone here, and people are supportive. You can just find someone in the kitchen and start a conversation, and again, the questions or the answers can be really interesting with this group. It's a very creative space, and anybody who comes visit to me, I like to show them the event space. I give them a tour. I'm like, come on, you need to be part of this. We actually even rented this space already for an event, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I actually wanted to come, but that was great. That was great. And you actually came to the space, I think, first with Women's Presidents Organization.
That's correct.
WPO, because WPO has been hosting some of their meetings here.
That's correct.
And Tina and Jennifer Johnson and others have been in this space. So how's that been for everybody? Because we've actually introduced a lot of our technology capabilities and the ability to meet virtually. And so I know you have some people that come in for the meetings and then some who are virtual.
Oh, being able to use your conference room for WPO meetings has been amazing because of the technology, of all the screens, of the people being sometimes hybrid. So some of us are here, we can keep our distance, or everybody's just comfortable being able to have catering in, and it's just a space that has been really functional and aesthetically beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now that the pandemic restrictions have kind of loosened up and opened up. I know here in New Orleans and in Nashville, we're pretty much open for business now. I got to tell you, I miss Free Fridays. I miss getting together because we do a lot of work here and everybody really gets their job done. But how they say, work hard, play hard.
Yep.
And so we also play, and it is fun. This environment is fun. It's fun with you all. On Free Fridays, what we'll tend to do is relax a little bit, invite people into the space who haven't experienced it so they can come and co-work for free that day, and then enjoy all that we have to offer. So beautiful, you know, drinks, snacks, things like that, and great conversation. I know you've been a part of that. What do you think about the social experience here?
It's been amazing. I mean, the level of camaraderie and support that you have. I just think it's easy to come to work and get things done. The environment it just lends to your success. You're around a whole bunch of smart entrepreneurs that are running their business, and just like someone mentioned in Nashville, you get to see those folks at work. And whenever you have, for example, so when you guys started the Enterprising Women of Color program, I was the first EWOC. That opportunity that Tiffany Carter, the program director, brought in, I took full advantage of that, and the team that I'm on, we actually won that contract. And I hit a rough spot in that contract, and the first person I turned to was you, Fela, and I said, you know, I need help on how to deal with this, how to manage this you know, challenge.
Yeah.
And within 2 minutes, you know.
And I think that is important, because in this space you have the resources of all of WBEC South in our programs. And I know you also took advantage of WBANK's Thrive program.
I did,
which
yes.
is a national cohort of
Yes.
women CEOs. That was an intense.
Yes,
you know,
it was an intense,
experience.
I think it was 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And we met a couple times a week. And I'm telling you, there were aspects of my business that I wasn't necessarily honed in on or paying attention to. And once I went through that program, I mean, everything just took off from there.
Yeah.
And it is, I take full advantage of everything that comes into this space. And I'm telling you, it has paid off. Like, my business is thriving.
Yeah.
Coming out of a pandemic where things had slowed down a little bit. Now it's, you know, we're rocking and rolling again.
Yeah.
So, and my team, another benefit of being here is my team is all over the country. So I have a partner in Baltimore. I have a consultant that I work with in Florida. And so this space, I can, you know, interact and communicate with them, have my own little private space when I need a quiet space to work. But this just does it for me. Like, I didn't feel that comfortable working at home.
Yeah.
So.
And I know that you all haven't been there yet, but being a member of the collective means that you can actually participate and be a part of the collective everywhere. So as your business expands and you get into the Nashville area, we certainly want you to take advantage of that too. But we are looking at expanding beyond even New Orleans and Nashville, looking at Birmingham, looking at Memphis and some other cities in our region. But I got to tell you, there's been some interest outside of our region. So how exciting would that be to have, you know, national options for co-working wherever you go with your business?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because Fazan Consulting's business retreat, we do an annual business retreat. Our next retreat is going to be at the Nashville Collective, because I'm a member here.
That's awesome.
So there's also, you know, that benefit as well. So I'm kind of, wherever you guys set up shop, that's the city that I'm going to be in for my annual retreat. So
I've suggested the beach. I've gotten nowhere with that yet.
Well, we do cover Florida Panhandle.
I'm telling you, that's the way to go.
I'm all in.
Coming soon to a place near you. Oh my gosh, thank you all so much. Not just for the conversation today, but just in general, because truly this is a building, and while it is filled with beautiful local art from such great artists as Brittany Shaw and Josh Haley, it is a building. And a building really only comes to life with the people.
Yes.
And so you all have made this place come to life. And I just want everybody to be able to experience this. We hope you'll come visit us. If you haven't already been here, look to us not just for co-working, look to us for your events. Look to us for your meetings. We host retreats, we host birthday parties, we host rehearsal dinners. Anything you can think of, we can do here. But most importantly, it connects you in an ecosystem that is supportive for women-owned businesses. So for all you women entrepreneurs out there, this is the place you need to come. This is where you're going to find a home. So thank you, everybody. Great to see you.
We gotta love testing. Can you hear me now? I'm checking with my tech team. Are we good? Yeah, awesome. Gotta love live. All right, so now that I'm not on mute, I'm Katie Collins, Marketing Communications Manager for WBEC South. I am here in the conference room at the WB Collective Nashville. I was just talking to some of those powerhouse women that we have here today. It's so fun to see some bodies in this building and see what's going on down in New Orleans. Please stay tuned. We're about an hour into the broadcast. In just a few minutes, we are going to head back to New Orleans and find out who the winner of the event space naming contest is. Not only are they going to get bragging rights to naming the event space, they're going to win an iPad and a WB Collective membership. So we're very excited to finally find out what the name is going to be. A couple other announcements. Throughout the week, we appreciate if you've been tuning in, broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube, testing out some of our social media and just different videos and options for us broadcasting since our network is growing. We have got the magazine We South Summer 2021 edition ready to hit stands soon. So we'll be announcing that everywhere on socials and in our newsletter. Via email. Again, you've probably seen an email come across your desk now from me by this point. And the magazine is digital and print, so we want to thank everybody that was a part of that, contributing articles, writing content for us. It's filled with a lot of great information. We're very excited to share that with the network. And if you have stories, I forgot to mention this yesterday, please share them with us. We don't know what we don't know, and we love highlighting our women business owners, our entrepreneurs, CEOs, all of the fun, amazing things that you guys are doing. Please, please, please share them with us at WBEC South. We want to highlight you. You can email me directly, kcollins@webecsouth.org or marketing@webecsouth.org. We'd love to hear from you and highlight you in the future as our network continues to grow. Please continue to follow all of our channels as well. Our social media presence has expanded. We have got over 20 plus channels now. WBEC South, WB Collective, WB Marketplace, Enterprise and Women of Color in our Women's Business Center South. All programs, again, you're going to continue hearing about throughout the week, but the more you follow us, the more you're going to just stay in the know and see what we're doing. Keep in touch. We love that this community is expanding, and the more channels you follow, the more chances you have to win. We are also running a separate contest that we will be announcing the social media, social butterfly winner on Friday. And that winner is going to win a brand new Apple Watch. So the more you like and follow us, you have a chance to win an Apple Watch, and we thank you.
So I think that wraps up everything I have. The one thing I wanted to mention before I sign off and head it back to New Orleans, we would not be where we're at today without our Champion Circle sponsors, both corporate and WBEs, who have invested in this organization and believe in the mission and vision of what we're trying to accomplish. So, as Fela said, they help bring us to life as well, and we would like to just send off a video of them thanking them, and we're gonna head back to New Orleans. So appreciate you guys tuning in.
All right, I'm not quite in New Orleans, but welcome. My name is Summer. For those of you that are just joining, I do programs over here at WBEC South and am tuning in from the West Coast. We are getting ready in New Orleans. I just wanted to share a little bit more information about what is happening over the next few days before we pass it off for the unveiling of the event space. So if you're tuning in now, you just listened to our conversations in our conference rooms. We had Nashville, and then as well as New Orleans. So you're able to see our virtual tour and really get an idea for how WBEC South has expanded into co-working and connecting. And so this is just day 2 of our Beyond certification, Meet the New WBEC South. We have 2 more days planned for you. One is scheduled for tomorrow. We have the Women's Business Center South, so you can see We Coach. You will be joined by Venetia Mitchell and Fela. And then on Friday, we have We Champion, and that is the Enterprising Women of Color. You will be joining right back here on Facebook Live and YouTube to learn a little bit more about each of the programs. And you will just click right in. You can comment, you can do whatever you'd like as far as submitting questions and all of that. For the Enterprising Women of Color, we do have something pretty unique planned. Not only do we have some of our women that are joining the organization as our members, but we also have a corporate panel. We have invited Apple, Salesforce, as well as TIAA to share some insight to why providing resources and support for women of color owned businesses is critical to our economy, our business, and of course, WBEC South. And so join us Friday, again, 10:30 a.m. for that session. And then we'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning with our Women's Business Center out of Memphis, Tennessee. So if you're tuning in from Memphis, we have a really cool spot that's going to be opening up soon. All right, so that's all I have for you today. For my portion, I'm going to pass it back to New Orleans, the team, Fela Meyer and Catherine Garcia over there, and we are unveiling the name of our event space. So make sure that you tune in. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Summer, and thank you, Katie. And we are so excited that you have stayed with us throughout this time. And of course, how else would we end such a fabulous tour and panel discussion, right? But with a drink, New Orleans style. So I do want to pass it off to our phenomenal Program and Services Director, Marnie Demoriak.
Hi, I'm Marnie, and apparently also the resident bartender today. So today I will be making for you a summertime gin martini, and what you need is some Saint Germain, some Hendrix, some limes, and also some cucumber. But if you don't have cucumber, just use the lime. And I'm gonna chill our martini glass here first because we're fancy like that at the Collective. But if you also want it on the rocks, you can just have a mason jar with ice like I do at home. All right, so then I'm gonna chop up my cucumber. cut up some lime.
Pretty excited.
Super exciting.
Super pumped, especially in our event space.
Okay. Put a little ice in my shaker. All right, normal people would probably measure this, but I just eyeball it because we're in New Orleans and that's how we do things. So you just want to do equal parts of gin and also Saint Germain. And since I'm probably going to be making some for a few people, don't count this. Just equal parts. Remember that.
Perfect.
Still going.
I was about to ask, are we?
I'm assuming I'm making them for a few people, so.
Absolutely. I know most people say like smell-o-vision for food and stuff, but I'm just going to say it smells just as good when you're making a cocktail. Okay. So.
And then, you know, for one drink, if you're just making it for yourself, for the quality time that you're spending at home with your children, then you're just going to, you know, use like a quarter of a lime, squeeze some juice in. But since we have a lot of ladies in here today, I'm going to squeeze like a whole lime in here because they really earned it. All right, that's good enough. All right. I might add a little more ice just because there's a lot of liquor in there.
A lot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
A little bit more. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
I am so excited.
And
we'll have to bring Fela into the shot.
Then we shake.
Right.
All right, and then, you know, you don't need the ice in there anymore. Oh, I forgot my cucumber. It's okay.
But you can put it in right now.
Yeah,
Shake it up for 2 seconds. Throw it in, whatever you want. It's just however you want to make this drink.
You know what? You don't need cucumber. I swear we did not have any before filming this.
Throw it in. Throw in some.
You really want the cucumber in there?
No. You just throw in some.
Yeah, I was going to garnish it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. God. I know. That's why I had Fela in my ear. Oh, that looks delish. Refreshing.
Okay. And then we just will float our little cucumber on the top there.
All right.
Okay.
Is that for me?
That's for you.
Oh, I am so excited. All right. But before we actually take a sip and celebrate, I do want to bring Fela Meyer in so she can do the revealing of the name of our collective.
I heard ice and shaking, so I'm very excited right now.
Okay.
And I see the mason jar is left. So.
This is just a little sip.
That's even better.
I'm so sorry.
Just a little sip. Do you want a whole one?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You want it.
I earned it, as you say.
And you know what? Because it is a celebration, and we are going to be naming our space.
All right. So I am happy to announce that after our week-long contest to name this fabulous event space that is part of the WB Collective, we have a winner. And yeah, it's a great name. We hope you think it'll be a great name. But the winner is, no drum roll? Okay.
Yes.
The winner and the name of this event space is now The Catalyst. And the winner is Kelly Cagle. Kelly, thank you so much for that. Most of you probably know Kelly if you've been part of WBEC South. And Kelly is now working with one of our WBEs, Vinformatics. So we are really excited to welcome them into the space as well. Thank you very much, Kelly. We appreciate you. Cheers.
Cheers. And again, don't forget, if you're looking to book some event space, you're looking to just co-work or meet in the conference room, please contact us. You can always visit our website, find all of our information at www.webecsouth.org. Thank you again, and have a great afternoon. Cheers.